Verb Moods, Grammar Wired, grades 8 through 12. Every sentence communicates a mood. These moods are indicative, imperative, interrogative, conditional, and subjunctive. Indicative indicates a state of fact or something that is or isn't happening in reality. Most sentences in English are written in the indicative mood. Indicative, as I said, indicates or makes a statement. That is a wonderful story. The indicative mood can also be in sentences that include might or may and indicate something that is possible. We might have to repaint the basement after this storm. Since rain is an indicator that the basement will get wet, the sentence is indicative. Imperative is a command. Imperative means that something must be done. Think of important. Imperative is important. In most imperative sentences, the subject you is not added, but is understood. Wash the dishes before you play video games. The subject is you. It's not included in the sentence, but we know that it means that you is the subject. Walk the dog before you leave. You walk the dog before you leave. Sometimes an imperative sentence can be more like a plea. Help me. Interrogative asks a question just like a police officer interrogates his suspect. An interrogative sentence might be asking someone to do something, like an imperative sentence, but the difference is an interrogative sentence asks, whereas an imperative sentence tells. Will you please hand me that coat? What time is it? Conditional depends on conditions. There have to be certain conditions for it to happen. You might be able to reach him if his phone is turned on and he has reception. The dog might bark if you ring the doorbell. So both of these sentences show condition. So if his phone is turned on and he has reception, you might be able to reach him. And if you ring the doorbell, the dog might bark. Subjunctive is a wish or a way to explore uncertain or imaginary situations. It is rarely used, but it is important to be able to recognize it. The verb form in the subjunctive mood may differ from the verb form with the same subject in another mood. I was the president and I made changes. That's indicative, not subjunctive. Here's an example of a subjunctive sentence. If I were president, I would change a lot of unfair laws. We don't usually say I were, but with a subjunctive sentence you do. It is still in use. Not subjunctive, that's indicative. I wish it were still in use. Subjunctive. Other examples of subjunctive mood. The board recommends that the motion be passed immediately. I demand that he leaves at once. It is necessary that he be in the room with you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. If music be the food of love, play on. William Shakespeare, Twelfth Night. Here's a quick review. Indicative indicates or states something. Imperative is important, has to be done. Interrogative asks a question, like interrogate. Conditional depends on conditions. Subjunctive, a wish or a way to explore imaginary situations.